Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. The title of this short lesson is The Priest of Yah are Men. Once again, this lesson is entitled The Priest of Yah are Men. Once again, brace yourselves, tighten up your jaws, do not turn to the left or to the right, or you will get hit in the mouth. We are to walk the straight and narrow way of the Most High's commandments. We're not to deviate to the right hand or to the left hand. We're to walk the straight and narrow way. Now, in your churches, you've got this man who's laying down with the women, laying down with the men, eyeballing the children, stealing the money, and teaching you all manner of idolatry. These men have you going into an edifice, a building, a eminent high place, and we were never instructed to build an eminent high place in the midst of our enemies. The Most High's house was built on one spot. It was built in one city and one nation. Two of them were built, first by Solomon, the second by Zerubbabel. They were not there at the same time, but they were on the same location. They were both destroyed. And the third temple will be built in the same spot as the previous two. So you are in an intimate high place, worshiping unto idols and worshiping idols, and you're being stripped naked every time you do this. And being stripped naked simply means that you're not afforded any protection when you decide to go into these idol houses and you decide to put something before the Most High or someone by doing things that you were not instructed to do in the lands of your captivity. These churches and these pastors are leading you astray. And you are to go into this text to see if what I'm saying is true. The pastors and the priests of the Most High are men, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Some of you pastors out here, some of your pastors out here are effeminate men. They speak real soft and walk real soft. They're just not going to bust a grape. These men are not going to fight, nor will they lead you to fight. Why would they? They are in cahoots with your enemies and their enemies. So therefore, what they will not do, they will not cause you to rise up against those who feed them and those who protect them. But those pastors are going to lose all of that protection because they're causing the Most High's people to be naked before the Most High. And it's causing them to be destroyed, unbeknownst to many of them. All right, we will start off here, short lesson, Exodus chapter 32. Exodus chapter 32, and we will start off at verse 25. And verse 25 reads, And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. How did Aaron make the house of Israel naked? He simply caused the children of Israel to form a golden calf and for them to pay homage to an image. And once you do such a thing and you start to worship something that is not Yah, then what you have done, you have made yourself naked. You have no protection. Now the Most High has left you. You're on your own. And after that, then the Most High will send evils after you to destroy you. Verse 26, Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, Who is on Yah's side? Let him come unto me. And all, not some, but all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. All the sons of Levi. Now you have to understand that the tribe of Levi is the Most High's. He separated that tribe specifically for himself. And in that tribe, the sons of a man called Aaron, those are the only men that's allowed to be his priest. Can't be from Issachar, can't be from Zebulun, can't be from Jasher or from Asher. You can't be from any other tribe and be a priest. If you're going to be a priest, you have to be from that set apart tribe, which is the tribe of Levi. And you have to be specifically of the sons of Aaron. No other way. Aaron's sons, the Most High made a covenant with Aaron's sons that they will always hold the priesthood forever. which means no other bloodline of men can ever hold that priesthood. You are a priest by birth. You're not a priest based on going to seminary school. And no woman can hold a priesthood or could ever hold a priest office. That is specifically a covenant made between the Most High and a man called Aaron and his sons throughout the generations. That's forever. Verse 27, and he said unto them, thus saith Yah, the strength of Israel, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moshe, and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. Now, I'm giving you this short lesson for you to understand a few things. The men of Levi are valiant men. These are head busters. These are our priestly tribe. So if you think for one second that the house of Levi, the priest of the Most High, somehow some kind of chump that's turning the other cheek, that's walking around swishing, having all kind of effeminate ways, talking like a man and moving like a man and doing all kind of things he's got no business. No, these men are warriors. So as the priests are the ones that's going to actually hand out these judgments. The priests are the one that makes these decisions. It's the priest that we've got to listen to. It's the priest that's going to be the go-between, has always been the go-between between us and the Most High. We can't do it for ourselves. So the sons of Levi hold an important role. If we've got to get 40 lashes, it's the priest is going to make sure that we get it. So we've got to understand that when you decide to walk in Torah, the priest is not going to let you slide. Because the priests, these are head busters, these bangers. These men are not going to go for no kind of foolishness. There's no acquiescence with them. It's the Most High's way, because that's the only way. But somehow you got these men out here who are taking the Most High's law and perverting it, who will not teach you the text, who could not look at your pastor. Can your pastor, will he lead you to war? Is he willing to stand and fight? Is he a man that will enforce judgment when it's time to render punishment? Or will he cower away? See, the sons of Levi, we're not going to play that. In the house of Israel, we didn't play that. If you had to get 40 lashes, you're going to get that. We're not going to turn a blind eye to judgment. Because once we do these things, then the Most High bring wrath upon us in our houses. See, when one of us decides to mess up, it causes the whole congregation to pay. We all get punished. And this is why when someone committed a great evil in the house of Israel, we all dealt with him. Because we understood clearly that your actions get us all hurt. So this is the point where now, as we begin to seek righteousness and take a hold of righteousness, all the righteous people turn against that wicked person. Because we understand that if we were to turn the blind eye to your wickedness, then we pay for that. We're not going to have and know that you killed another man, and we're going to act like we didn't see it. Because we know that the Most High will bring wrath upon the whole family. In that way, he will stamp out evil from in the midst of us. That we understand that we're not to harbor a criminal. We're not to lie on the behalf of someone else. None of these things. We're to bring that trespasser to light. Bring that trespass to light, that judgment may be brought upon him. That way, there will be an example set that the rest of us may know that this act is unlawful and it carries a punishment. Not only that, for them to understand clearly that none of your unrighteous acts will go unpunished. Because the minute we decide to turn a blind eye to your wickedness, that's bringing calamities upon our own heads and upon our own houses. So let this be a reminder to all of you that these men that you've got teaching you this Christianity and whatever else that's leading you astray, that will not enforce the Most High's judgment, that will not teach you the Most High's law, that will not stand up before your face and let you know exactly what is wickedness and what is righteousness. These men that will not turn you back to Torah, These men who will not enforce any form of judgment because they've got no guts. I want you to understand that the house of Levi is literally a warrior tribe, literally. These men will pull the sword out. And that's exactly what took place here. And they went through and were busting heads. So don't think for 1 second that somehow the priest of the Most High is some kind of chump. It has never been that way. And it's not going to be that way. Because these are the enforcers of law. For they are the law keepers. Okay? And they are the ones that are the teachers of the law. Though the lawgiver is the tribe of Judah. But yet, this is for you to understand that no way, no how is the men of the Most High, the ministers of the Most High, letting you slide. Because if they were to do that, they were going to pay. And if they were to allow you to slide, then the whole family suffers. And when the house of Levi went astray, and when the tribe of Judah went astray, why are those two tribes important? Because the ministers of the Most High, the servants, his direct servants, are the sons of Aaron. That's the house of Levi. The governor tribe, specifically the tribe of Yehuda or Judah, that the governor seed are the sons of David. When the sons of David went astray, the nation went astray. In fact, the nation was split in two. When the sons of Levi went astray, Eli and them, the house of Israel went astray. Until Zadok of the sons of Levi decided he would do that which is right in the sight of the Most High. So therefore, when our leadership houses, the house of Yehuda and the house of Levi, if they ever mess up, and when they did mess up, then the nation will split apart. So now there has to be leaders, there have to be men who the Most High will raise up that will cause a repairing of that breach. What is the breach? The breaking of the covenant. The breaking of the covenant between the Most High's leaders, the leadership houses, the house of Levi and the house of Judah. There was a breaking of those two tribes. They broke their words to the Most High. And once there's a severing of that relationship, then now the people go astray. For the simple fact that David's sons were supposed to be the leader of the people. He was supposed to be the governor. So when your governor goes astray, you go astray. The priest of the Most High, the sons of Levi, they are supposed to be the ones that's teaching the law and making sure everything is being done correctly with the Most High's, with the offering of the sacrifices and the keeping of the Most High's house. And therefore the keeping of the Most High's commandments in the midst of the people. So when those two houses went astray, the house of Israel was destroyed. Because when those two nations or those two families went astray, that caused the whole entire family to be stripped naked before the Most High. We had no protection. That allowed other nations to come in to take us captive, to scatter us to the four corners of the earth. And the Most High made it plain to David that should you ever do such a thing, anytime during these generations, I was going to strip this house, I was going to destroy this house, I was going to scatter this people. So it's not like we didn't know what was coming. We knew. But yet, we went against the Most High anyway. And the Most High stuck to his guns. For the Most High changes not. Whatever it is that he said he would do, he will do it. Not only that, we may say we don't believe it or may not want to believe it, but he said that we will bear witness. And that means as we come awake and we are brought to remembrance in these many nations, I don't care what year it is and I don't care what generation it is, we'll be able to look at the very things that's taking place before our face. We'll be able to look into the words of the Most High, and we will be able to stand tall and validate that, yes, I am awake. Yes, I am no longer in the congregation of the dead. Yes, I am now keeping this law and this light before me. Therefore, I can see and I can bear witness that the Most High's words will stand, and they are indeed true. And all that he has said that he would do to his people, I am bearing witness to it today. Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And peace to the stranger that will take a hold of the Most High's laws, statutes, judgments, and precepts, and will do them, and will walk in righteousness with the Most High and his people. Peace, Israel, and Yah bless.